that main character energy is like there's this thing, TiVo, and I don't know if I've ever told you about this, but there's like a playlist that I play. Sean taught me it back in the day, and it's like orchestras or whatever it is.
It's called Movie Scores.
Yes, guy Hans Zimmer, and there's a few others on there like John Williams.
John Williams, very popular.
Yeah,
Klaus.
Okay. So there are a few there, but it like in the movie, you hear the music in the background. Like you talk about scary movies, you always know when there possibly is a moment that you're going to jump at because they have the scary music in the background. But you never listen to the scary music outside of the movie. Sean had showed me some of these things. One of my favorite ones is "Time" by Hans Zimmer, which is from Inception.
It is the number one.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like you walk around. I'm a city guy. You walk around New York City in the city, or you walk around the Hoboken waterfront at night with
Gotham.
"Time" by Hans Zimmer playing. You feel like you are about to make the biggest, whatever it is that you want. I do. I feel like I'm about to make the biggest deal of a lifetime, even though I'm just walking around with a cup of tea. But you feel as though there's a camera crew following you, and you are the guy. Like you are making this happen. And everyone often refers to this as main character energy, and you feel that way. You feel as though like this whole movie is about you. Like everyone in your life. When I was a child, I wasn't completely convinced that I was the only human and that everyone else were robots. That was a real thing that went through my mind when I was like 5 years old. But in this I compare it to this because you almost feel as though like everyone is here in your movie. You're Leonardo DiCaprio. And you're doing whatever it is you're doing, and everyone else here are extras. Some people are good supporting characters, but everyone else is here are like extras. And you just feel that way, and it makes you feel like you are like the guy or the woman, whatever you are. It makes you feel that way, and that's just like it's such a cool experience. And again, Sean, I'm sure we'll dive a little bit deeper into the science behind it, but it's such a cool like feeling, and I suggest to anybody to go and look up some of these things and some of these songs because it's so cool.
Basically, what it is these composers, these score composers, they are tasked. Their whole job is to amplify the emotion that the film writers are trying to evoke out of the viewer as they're watching the movie. So you think about Home Alone. I think it's John Williams who did the Home Alone 1 soundtrack. And I think the last song on the soundtrack is called like Mom Returns Merry Christmas or something. And everybody can see like the snow falling through the windows. And he walks down, he sees the Christmas tree. And, the mom comes home, Kevin.
Great.
Right? Like, and everybody's like a really wholesome feeling. And the music, that composer, his job is to amplify the emotion that the person is feeling as they watch this movie. But what's cool and what's really important, in life, like emotional control is so big. You go into a meeting and you're really nervous, and you're hard to get yourself in the right position to really be confident about the deal. It really is all about how you feel. But what's cool about this is you can just go on Apple Music or Spotify, download these songs, mix them up however you want, and you can, like, this music is working while you just sit there listening to it to pull out that emotion. So do you want to be confident? Do you want to be grateful? Do you want to feel cheery and happy? Do you want to be nervous? Like, whatever it is that you're trying to go for, you just find those songs and it puts you into that state. So, you start walking down the street listening to Time by Hans Zimmer. All of a sudden, like, it's not like I'm walking down the street in my own little life. I'm walking down the street in a Quentin Tarantino movie, and it's me. I'm watching the movie through my own eyes, and I'm feeling that thing. So what's so incredibly important is like when I go sit down and do my work, or you go into a meeting, Patrick, you do these things. Like I say to myself, like, how do I want to feel? Like, what kind of person do I want to be as I go through this work? And if I want to be confident, I want to feel like the freaking man. Do I want to be the person that I dream of becoming? That's the person I want doing the work. I just curate it up. I listen to it every morning. I've been listening to King of Pride Rock, Hans Zimmer, and Lebo M from The Lion King, the newer version. And every morning I wake up making coffee. I feel hot. It's like George Clooney making my coffee. And like it's just so important to be able to control that. And there's these little tweaks and things that you can do to help yourself go through that.